Yo, 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 what's good with it, y'all? It's your boy Lamborghini Preem, back once again talking this boxing shit. And as always, if you fuck with me, make sure you stop by my official site, hustlegameboss.com, and check out my all new album, It's My Turn, the Throne Ascension LP. It's a motherfucking classic all the way around. If you appreciate G shit, you're gonna appreciate me. It's also available on Apple Music, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Tidal. Big shout out to Tidal. And literally everywhere music can be found. Just search The Supreme General the next time you enjoying whatever outlet you so choose. And as always, never forget that you can copy your official Supreme General merchandise on my official site, hustlegameboss.com/shop. You know what I'm saying? That's hustlegameboss.com/shop. Make sure you copy yourself something nice off there, something for everybody. But with that being said, let's get on to the video. I don't even want to take too long, before I, get into this shit right here. And this is the very surprising, I'm not even gonna front, very surprising positive performance enhancing drug test by Saul Canelo Alvarez. He was allegedly caught with trace amounts of a drug called clenbuterol in his system. Now, of course, Golden Boy released a statement. They actually released a statement ahead of this very proactively, and it read something along the lines of, that it was contaminated, that it's been a epidemic of contaminated meat all through Mexico, and that was responsible for the amounts of clenbuterol found in Canelo's system. And that sentiment was echoed by both the WBC and WBA in a move. I can't even sit here and lie to you. I ain't never seen no shit like this before, where a motherfucking sanctioning body come out and defend a guy who hasn't even been properly investigated. It just jump out the window. Hey, he didn't do it. It's like, oh. Shit like that, in my opinion, reeks of collusion, and just kind of exposes to the world what most boxing fans have already known for quite some time. These sanctioning bodies and these, promotional outfits, they all play favorites, and money talk. Basically, at the end of the day, money talk and bullshit walks. You know what I'm saying? Somebody with enough juice, either financially or just through connections, was able to pull the strings and make this a non-issue, even though it's literally the worst issue that we have in this wonderful sport of boxing. Now with the WBC, the WBA, and Golden Boy Promotions will have the whole world believe is that Canelo, despite the years of other athletes using this exact same excuse, but that Canelo, unbeknownst to himself or anyone in his camp, somehow ate tainted meat because he's training out in Mexico. And that tainted meat caused him to pop positive with trace amounts, Me personally, aside from that being an absolutely ridiculous story, there's already been numerous precedents off the top of my head from the past few years where guys have used this exact same excuse to no avail. One I can think of off the top of my head, definitely the Lucas Brown situation recently, where he was, done dirty, fucking with that clenbuterol shit. And the most egregious case, or not egregious, I can't say it like that. I would just say the one that sticks out the most in my memory was in a very similar situation where Eric Morales was caught with the clenbuterol right ahead, just ahead of his second fight with Danny Garcia, and it was left up to Angel and Danny whether or not they was gonna continue with the fight because that drug shit, he was basically juicing. And from what I understand, I'm not an expert on PEDs at all. I'm just a fan of boxing, and I hear what others say. I did a little research, not much, but a little research on this shit just to see, if it's really, if this really could be, something that he could have ate some meat and unbeknownst, put himself in a position to pop positive. And when I read up on it, what I've learned is that clenbuterol, or I'm probably butchering that shit, but clenbuterol, excuse me, is mainly used to open up the airwaves and help people. Basically, if you have stamina issues, this would be a great drug for you. And I've also heard that it's also a good masking agent for other steroids, you know what I'm saying, other performance enhancing drugs that don't get noticed because this agent is there to cover them up. So it could be used either or. And I'm looking at a guy like Canelo, and it's also very good to put on lean mass. You know what I'm saying? Where if you needed to gain weight, you would be able to put on the mass without putting on a lot of fat at the same time. And anybody who's gained any weight, knows that that's a very difficult thing to do. So this kind of drug would be, in my opinion, a wonder drug for a guy like Canelo, who has both very recently, well, not very recently in this case, but he has stamina problems. We've seen him have stamina problems virtually his whole career, and he's putting on muscle to fight at middleweight. And you don't want to put on a lot of fat. A drug like clenbuterol, based on given what it does, it would be the perfect drug for someone in Canelo's situation with so much riding on his career being successful at this point. It would be a wonder drug for a guy like that. So, my common sense tells me that 9 times out of 10, Canelo's been juicing. You know what I'm saying? He just got caught. And also, now this is purely just speculation all the way around, but this part in particular is really just my personal thoughts on the situation when it comes to this shit. And that's that I think he's been juicing for a while. And I just always think that because it's like my man Lord Jamar said on one of them Vlad TV interviews back in the day. He was like, yo, if you go to the weed house and you get caught at the weed house by the police, 9 times out of 10, you done been to that weed house thousands of times before you fucked around and got caught by the police that one time. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at it like that, it's like, this guy probably done been to the juice house thousands of times before recently really getting popped like that. And what can you say? Shit is what it is, man. In my opinion, man, it makes me look at Canelo's whole career different. Really does. It makes knockouts like the one against Khan look a little, it really makes you raise your eyebrows. Like, it's not I know me personally, I just don't look at it the same. It becomes less of an impressive accomplishment, more like, just some unfair shit, But that's just me, man. That's just me. From what a lot of people are seen to be saying in the background or in the peanut gallery as it relates to concerning this, they saying it like, oh, well, everybody at the top level juicing. And I ain't gonna front. That's probably true. I say about 98% of motherfuckers on the top level definitely juicing. But the fact of the matter is, this guy got caught. You know what I'm saying? It don't really matter what everybody else is doing if they didn't get caught and you got caught. You know what I'm saying? Now, true indeed, I'm not excusing juicing. I don't condone it at all. You know what I'm saying? And eventually, what this tells me is if a guy who has so much money riding on him like Canelo can get caught, that just showed me it's only a matter of time before all these dudes get caught. So it's not like, by focusing on a guy like Canelo, you're overlooking everyone else, because every dog has his day. And if they doing the juice shit, it's gonna show. You know what I'm saying? And then motherfuckers is getting caught. You know, the stakes too high. Motherfuckers not playing out here, so it is what it is. That's just how you gotta look at it. But as far as Canelo career goes, in my opinion, it looks totally different. And if he beat Triple G, which I still pick Triple G to beat Canelo, and I still pick him to do it even more confidently. I just feel like Triple G, Canelo has more skill, but his lack of stamina, plus his lack of power at middleweight, plus his just naturally being a smaller guy, it's all gonna work against him with a guy like Triple G. You know what I'm saying? Triple G is not the most defensively sound guy, but his offense is spectacular, and his offense is partly his defense. It's what keeps people off of him. You know what I'm saying? So, Canelo might be able to look cute and outbox this guy for maybe 3-4 rounds max. You know what I'm saying? But I don't expect him to do nothing with Triple G, even with the juice. And the only reason I say that is because I think you've been juicing a long time, and when you've been juicing a long time, it seemed like the juice don't really have the same kind of effect as it do on somebody who just started juicing per se. You know what I'm saying? And if he was already juiced to the gills last time in the last fight, you know what I'm saying, and he didn't really, Triple G fucking ate his shots. He literally ate those shots. I seen Canelo land that flush. I do believe it was a right hand, right hook. Flush. As flush as it could possibly be. And Triple G